Okay, so should be going live. I'm still streaming on OBS, so let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. I'll wait for a confirmation in the chat before I go ahead with the topics. It's been a bit of a busy day today, actually. Got back from work, gym, all that good stuff. Yeah, so let's wait for more people to join the chat, I guess. Get my setup already. So yeah, how are we all doing? I see there's a few of us in the chat already. So I want to give everyone a nice warm welcome. There's a few of my subscribers actually that I've been talking to that have finally made the chat. Is it Maria Brickforce? I think that's you. You changed your name. So yeah, nice to see you. Nice to have you on the live stream for the first time. We've got John Bird and Frame Bricks and Phoebes Fit in the chat. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, so God man, it's been a really busy day today. Had work, then went to the gym, then had a shower, and then just I fell asleep on the bed for a bit because I was just knackered. But yeah, some interesting stuff to get into. Some really cool topics. I've had quite a lot of leaks, so yeah, we're going to go through all the leaks, the latest stuff. Most of it, which was brought to us by Max Bout, who I actually know from Instagram. I've spoke to him a few times. Yeah, he's a cool dude and very reliable. He's leaked a lot of stuff over the last few months. Yeah, very trustworthy. When he leaks something, you know it's 99%. You know it's going to happen. So yeah, very exciting. We've got Ryan in the chat. So yeah, how you doing? Nice to have you here. Yeah, just a lot to kind of go over really. I think the main thing that I'd like to talk about today is actually the Snow White Lego set. It's just one of many topics that we're going to talk about, but the Snow White Lego set, I think it actually looks pretty cool. It's a little bit annoying that, I mean, I guess it's always kind of going to skew in the favour of the most expensive sets are going to be generally the better sets, aren't they? But yeah, it's a good set. It's priced at $220, £190. I'll tell you what, I'll put it on the screen for you all. So where are we? There we go. I will move myself, make myself tiny. Yeah, so we've got the Snow White cottage. I think it looks really good, I have to say. The only disappointing thing about the set is the back of it. I think the back is really, well, there is no back to it. Yeah, I think that's something that it would have been better, I think, if they added on a little bit more money and made it a bit more expensive, but made it more of like a modular build, where you've got a kind of a ground floor and a first floor, and you can just kind of move the thatched roof, remove it along the first floor, like you do with all the other modular builds, so that you can access all the interiors. But I guess it is very hard to do that when you've got that kind of such a detailed roof, because you wouldn't really be able to get into by accessing from the top of the first floor building, the first floor of the cottage, should I say. Yeah, I get it would have been hard to do. Listen, it's a small gripe. You'll kind of know what I mean. I'll put it on screen. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Yeah, the front is obviously a hell of a lot better than the back. The back is very lackluster, but the minifigures, don't get me wrong, the minifigures are really good. It comes with, is it 10 minifigures? I want to say 10 minifigures, because you've got the 7 dwarves, you've got Snow White, you've got the evil witch or the evil queen, the old old woman. I don't know if you can see it in this picture. I'll put the other one back up. So yeah, you've got the old witch, old woman hiding in the back behind that tree. You've got the prince by the well. So yeah, 10 minifigures all in all. So that's pretty good. Yeah, what are you guys saying? What were you all saying in the chat? Ryan says, not getting it due to not having a back. Yeah, I know. It's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Maria says, this set is amazing. Not having a back doesn't really bother me, but yes, it would have been better with one. Yeah, I totally agree. Danny Ryan says, hello minifigs and everyone in the chat. Hey Danny. John Bird says, nice for just displaying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. In many ways, it's quite like the Up House, isn't it? I love the Up House. I think it's really cool. It's really nice on display. But even with the Up House, actually, I spent about £100 on what's that website? I've lost it now. Where you can do all the mods, all the different mods. You pay for the instructions. I think I paid like $5 for the instructions, and then they tell you what pieces to go on Bricklink. Yeah, so I modded my Up House and made it look really cool. So it came with the instructions said you want a green base plate. You've got the white picket fence going all around, and then you've got the back to it. So, it closes the house up. It just makes it look really good. Yeah, I was really happy with how that turned out. And, I guess that's something that there'll be a patch for this, won't there? You'll be able to buy instructions if you want. It'll probably cost you another, I don't know, this build's quite big, isn't it? It probably would cost you another £100 in parts to fill out the back properly. Danny Ryan says, how much is it? So I've got it down here. It was $220 and £190 in the UK, €220 as well. So yeah, not crazy expensive, but still a little bit of money. I think when you compare it to, say, the Sanctum Sanctorum, I feel like with that set you get a lot more for your money. It's something you can add into your modular city build, and honestly, the deals you get on the Sanctum Sanctorum are nuts. Here in the UK, I've seen it as low as £120, and it retails for, is it £240 or £220? So like 50% off is, yeah, some really good deals to be had with that. I don't really get why it's not sold that well. It's clearly not selling well. It's down for retirement this year, and it only came out in 2022. Yeah, I'm not really too sure why it hasn't sold well, but there you go. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I think it's a really good set, and especially if you're getting it on some kind of a sale. Brick Force Maria says, for those that will buy this, would you say this is a day one or wait for a sale if it gets one? Yeah, I'm not too sure. You'll have to let me know in the chat. I didn't research this, but is this exclusive to the Lego store? I'm not too sure. I don't think it is. So on that basis, if it's not exclusive, you probably will be able to get some good deals with this set. Probably after a year or so, or after a few months. For me personally, there's a lot of other better Lego sets coming out this year. I'm probably gonna, because on my last live stream, I think I said that I've got a budget of, I don't want to say how much, but I've got a budget in mind, and in that budget, I'll probably spend, I don't know, it's like, I'll probably buy one really big Lego set this year, and I'm torn between Rivendell, the Natural History Museum, Barad-dûr is coming out later this year, so I'll probably wait a few more months for Barad-dûr, see what that looks like. But I don't know, man. Rivendell just is very appealing. It really is appealing. But yeah, for this Lego set, I'd probably be inclined to wait for a sale, to be honest. Yeah, so Right, well, I think we've covered the Snow White enough. Um, should we talk a little bit about maybe Fortnite? Oh, no, that's me. Uh, there we go. Make myself a little bit bigger. So, have a little look at the Fortnite Lego sets. So we've got 6 coming out. I mean, to be fair, maybe I shouldn't be talking about Fortnite because I released a video. Was it yesterday or the day before? And it tanked. Like, so maybe people aren't bothered about Lego Fortnite. I don't know. As soon as I put up a video about Lego Star Wars, views absolutely crazy. But yeah, Lego Fortnite, no one cared at all. Yeah, so which is crazy because Fortnite at the moment I do believe has like the most concurrent players ever. Like it's Fortnite is as big as it's ever been. There's so many people playing it. Um, yeah, so I'm not too sure why the video didn't do well, but yeah, Lego Fortnite as a theme, I think it'll do pretty well. Lego Sonic seems to have done very well, and Fortnite, like I said, is pretty massive at the moment. So yeah, I can't see why that wouldn't sell very well. Um, yeah, so we've got 6 Lego sets anyway. So we've got the gift of purchase, an unnamed Lego set for $30. Hopefully, it's not a brick built set because we've got a lot of brick built sets here by the looks of things. The Loot Llama and the Peely Bone character, I think they're both going to be brick built. Very unlikely they'll come with minifigures. So that's a shame. And then you've got an $80 Lego set which is unnamed, and then that guy stricken, probably butchered the name again, but that's €120, and the leaked name for that was painted. I think that guy stricken translates to painted. So I mean that's probably not the name of the set, but usually these leaks there's something pertaining to the set. So I'm not overly sure what painted or paint has to do with Fortnite, to be honest. Um, if it would have said bus or something, well, then we'd know. Oh, it's going to be the battle bus for, from Fortnite. But like I said in the video, I don't think for $120 it will be the battle bus. I think they'd make it like a £150 Lego set at least. So yeah, not too sure there. Danny Ryan says, I'm glad they decided to make the classic look of Snow White. I can't imagine if they've done the modern movie with who's been reported for 2025. Yeah, I know, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with that movie at the moment. It's just in production hell, isn't it? And I know the actress has said a lot of just weird stuff about, not really liking the old Snow White, which I do find a bit weird. If you're joining a project as the titular character Snow White, I'm not overly sure why you'd go around slating the original source material. So yeah, at least they stuck with the original Snow White, because if they'd have released this Snow White cottage in 2025 for the movie with all the modern changes that they've done, it wouldn't sell half as well as this version. Brick Force and John Bird just basically stating that not very familiar with Fortnite. Yeah, maybe that's why my video tanked. Maybe I'm the only one who's somewhat interested in Lego Fortnite. Actually on the screen as well, we've got the Lego Wicked. Although, because I saw the trailer for the Super Bowl, and actually I thought it looked pretty good. I'm a big, I watched The Wizard of Oz as a kid. I even watched the Freaky Return to Oz. I don't know if anyone remembers that. When I was a young kid, I used to watch that. It used to scare the life out of me with the Wheelers and the witch with all the different heads, the Queen. Well freaky. But the Wicked trailer actually looked pretty good. It's interesting to see that we're going to be getting a new theme, Lego Wicked. The only thing that was a little bit annoying, personally, was the fact that we're not getting minifigures. Apparently, yeah, no minifigures are going to be in that theme. It's going to be the kind of Friends style, the kind of big Duplo figures. So that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, but if it would have been regular minifigures, I probably would have grabbed a Lego set or two. If not for myself, probably for investing. Yeah, a lot of new interesting Lego sets coming out, really, isn't there? This year. Let me know in the chat. Actually, I've still not learned how to do polls yet. You'll have to forgive me. Um, that's one thing I'm going to prepare to do for the next stream. I'm going to learn how to do a poll. Yeah, but my question to you guys in the chat is, what Lego set are you most looking forward to this year? Let me know. For me, if I could only buy one Lego set, I think it would have to be the Jaws set. From what I've heard, it's going to be a really good Lego set. It's just got all the essentials. You've got the Orca, the three main characters, Brody, Quint, Hooper, and then Bruce attacking the boat. It's going to be a really cool looking Lego set. I hope they don't skimp. I've heard it's going to be in the region of about $150. Similar to the T-Rex, the Jurassic World T-Rex breakout. I don't know if you guys remember that. I think it retired last year. Where everything was brick built, the T-Rex is brick built. That kind of makes it stand out. So yeah, really excited for that. So yeah, let me know, guys, what Lego sets you're most looking forward to. That Spider guy says, I enjoy Lego Fortnite. I just missed Fortnite due to time zones. Yeah, I've not actually played the Lego Fortnite. I still play Fortnite every now and then. Jump on that. I was trying to get the Peter Griffin skin. That's been pretty fun. So I've just unlocked that. But yeah, not actually played Lego Fortnite. Doesn't really interest me. It just kind of looks like a Lego remake of Minecraft, to be honest. And I've kind of got bored of Minecraft years ago. Danny Ryan says, maybe for people who played Minecraft as kids and now fan of Minecraft Lego are the target of these line of minifigures. Yeah, probably. I don't really know how well Lego Minecraft sells. Do you guys think it sells well? I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to that theme at all, to be honest. It all just kind of looks very similar. It's all just big blocky builds and nothing really stands out. They've made one or two sets of like the underground mines and stuff which look half decent. But yeah, nothing. That theme doesn't really stand out to me, to be honest. Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll move on from the Fortnite talk, and we will talk about D&D. What do we think to that? I'll just move that. Yeah, so we got the D&D minifigure, the CMF line, which has just been leaked. Yeah, what do we all think to this? So this is going to be the special CMF series for this year. I've never actually played Dungeons and Dragons. The only kind of references I know from Dungeons and Dragons is actually from Stranger Things. What with the is it the Mind Flayer? Although I didn't see him on the list, so maybe he's not on there. But yeah, I couldn't tell you all the different characters, but knowing what the CMF line and the CMF series is like, they're pretty well done, aren't they? You can expect this series to be very good. I'm sure it will sell quite well. Actually, I don't think the Lego Marvel CMF Series 2 sold as well as the first series. Just from what I saw, I mean, the first series was very popular. Not really too sure why that is. I mean, if I had to guess, I think just what's going on with the state of Marvel is going to affect the themes. The same with Star Wars, really. Maybe to a lesser degree with Star Wars, because whoever's in charge of deciding what Lego sets they're putting out have actually made some somewhat good decisions in terms of some of the like the Clone versus Droid Battle Pack. Very smart decision. The creators, the Lego designers see that the fans really want a new battle pack, one that's going to be really good for army building. So yeah, where Marvel's concerned, DC to a degree as well. I think because the franchises are just absolutely in the mud, it's kind of hard for the source material to really shine. You know, the golden age for Lego Marvel, and maybe not DC, but Lego Marvel, the golden age was probably like, what do you reckon, 2016, 2017? They were releasing really good Lego sets. Even 2018, some of the Infinity War sets were great. Yeah, but I mean, I talked about it last live streams. It is very depressing, isn't it? What's happened to Lego DC? And I can see Marvel going that way. If they don't get their act together very quickly, I think it will go that way. One thing that could redeem Lego Marvel for this year, but I've not heard anything, and it's not going to happen because it's R-rated, is if they released Lego Deadpool 3 sets. Imagine how good some Lego Deadpool 3 sets would be. In fact, I'm not going to spoil it, but I know I watch a live stream of someone who can't really go into detail, but he knows a lot to do with what's going to happen in Deadpool 3. And one of the cameos in that movie is Chef's Kiss. It is going to be very good. Yeah, but it'd just be a real shame if Lego don't make Lego Deadpool sets. Seems like a no-brainer. Lego, you've got Deadpool, Wolverine, a lot of the classic Fox X-Men are coming back. I'm sure he's going to kill off some of the Marvel characters from the MCU, the iteration of the MCU. Yeah, bit disappointing, really. One of the other things, before we go back onto D&D, one of the other things I was just going to briefly mention was, because Danny Ryan's just jogged my memory, he's talking about Lego X-Men 97 set will get helped. The release of the X-Men 97 Disney Plus show, if it'll be a good animated series. Yeah, if it's good. I don't really hold my breath out much for what's put on Disney Plus nowadays. It's been very lackluster, but I have to admit the trailer was pretty good. Yeah, pretty decent. What are you referring to when you say the X-Men 97 set? I take it you're referring to the X-Men Jet. I know they're releasing a X-Men Mansion, the Xavier's Mansion, as a modular build, and that would be really cool. Or at least I think it's a modular build. That's what the leak said, I do believe, because it was actually leaked last year, quite early on last year, when there was a poll that had gone around where Lego had asked people, "Oh, how much do you think you'd pay for this? Do you think it'd be worth the money?" That kind of thing. And among the list was the Xavier's Mansion. You had the Jabba's sail barge, Barad-dûr, Snow White's cottage was even on there. And we know that, well, Snow White's cottage has now been almost released, or revealed at least. So it's very likely that everything we saw on that list, all the rumoured sets, will be coming true. So yeah, very exciting. Mark Thorne says, Dungeons and Dragons seems like a very limited market. I may be wrong about that though. Yeah, I think you're right. It is quite a niche thing, isn't it? It's very, very nerdy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a nerd, but that is like crazy another level nerdy. Yeah. I'll tell you what, guys, if you could do me a favour, hit that like if you're in the chat. Hit that like so it just boosts the live stream and get more people in here. But yeah, it's nice to see a little group of us in here. So yeah, thanks for that. Just be sure to hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. Yeah, so back to the D&D. So what have we got? Female dwarf barbarian with axe. Gif Yankee warlock with ice staff and new mold for a knife and hair. Tiefling sorcerer with red baby dragon. Dragonborn paladin with shield and mace. Video dragon head, new mold for armor and mace head. Halfling druid with fancy cape, bird and staff, new mold for antlered hood. God, that sounds really cool. To be honest, whether you like D&D or not, it's kind of worth grabbing these minifigures because the molds and just the printing, they're so good and unique. And to be able to grab them for like £3.50 here in the UK or $4, it is worth it. I mean, some of the, I don't even know what I'm reading for these minifigures, but just by the sounds of them, they're really good. We've got the Ara Cochra Ranger with bow and small dog, fawn legs, new mould and head and wings for head and wings. Then I'll find the other one. Got the other page here. Mind Flayer. Oh, so that's the one actually that was kind of from Stranger Things. That's what the monster was based off, the Mind Flayer from here. Mind Flayer with Intellect Devourer. Strad von Zarovich with sword. Halfling Bard with printed loot and sword. New mould for hair and scarf. The Lady of Pain with a printed cube and fancy cape. New mould for headpiece. Sastam with trans red skull, energy blast and dark red coloured cape. Tasha the Witch Queen with book and cauldron. Uses Hocus Pocus witch hat plus hairpiece. Yeah, so an interesting lineup of minifigures in this series. Like I said, some of the different accessories sound really good. The one that stood out to me was that baby dragon. Probably worth grabbing that minifigure if it comes with that. The new knife mould as well. People always want kind of different weapon moulds and stuff. Yeah, so some really interesting leaks there, to be honest. Yeah, sounds pretty good to me. And think it goes very well with this, doesn't it? The Dungeons and Dragons Lego set, which is coming out later this year. Although on stream last week, I think I said that this was I thought, because I didn't know the price at the time, and I thought it would be priced at about £220, and boy was I wrong. I think it was 320. So yeah, pretty expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong, the build's really good. It's a really nice build. The dragon looks pretty epic. Looks very much like Smaug. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'll go back to the chat. Brickfall says, I played D&D so long ago. I would love to see Lego to be able to do World of Warcraft sets and minifigures. And yes, I play World of Warcraft, although I haven't been able to in a few months. Oh, damn. God, you're more of a nerd than I am then. Oh, that's awesome. Danny Ryan, in my honest opinion, the main issue with Lego releases is the timing of the show's series, which they made from Too Bad we got the Lego Star Wars sets from The Mandalorian Season 3 only in 2024. Yeah, that's so crazy to me, why they're releasing it that late. Maybe it's because of the leaks, but let's be honest, the viewership and the interest in The Mandalorian Season 3, it really went downhill. Yeah, it wasn't a great series in my opinion. The writing, the acting, the cameos were just terrible. But I will say, from what we've heard of the leaks for the Mandalorian 3 Lego sets, they do sound pretty good, I have to be honest. You've got the Mandalorian bunker, which is going to feature Moff Gideon in his new Mandalorian black armor, along with Paz Vizsla and was it 2 Praetorian guards? And then the other one was just a battle pack. I think it was the Koska Reeves with another blue Mandalorian against 2 Praetorian guards. I think, or was it 2 of the new Stormtrooper variants? Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. I think the Lego sets will do well, especially the Mandalorian bunker with Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon in his new armor. I think they'll sell pretty well. But yeah, going back to Dungeons and Dragons, it's really interesting that again that they've released so much to do with this theme when the movie came out last year. I find that odd, weird timing. Maybe they feel, or maybe the production was just running behind. I don't know. That Spider Guy says D&D theme could be the next castle theme, couldn't it? I don't think so. I don't think it will take over, to be honest. Oh, I guess if you're referring to the one where it had all the trolls and goblins, I guess it could. I'm not sure if it's. I don't know. Is it mainstream enough? Is it worth it for Lego? Because they're having to pay royalties in order to have the Dungeons and Dragons franchise, whereas they could have just made their own generic castle theme and they don't have to pay all that, which means cheaper Lego sets. But yeah, it's a shame because, well, it's not a shame. I guess this does kind of go quite well with the medieval sets that are coming out. We have the Mountain Fortress, which was talked about that last stream, and you've got the Lion's Knight Castle. And actually, all that kind of goes pretty well, doesn't it? It's all very medieval, castle-y. Yeah, you could have a lot of fun. I actually forgot to save the image for one of the other things I was going to talk about, which was the new medieval village. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to see that, but that looks pretty good. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn my camera off just for a minute. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to find the image of the castle. Not the castle, sorry, the medieval village, so we can talk about it. Because I think it looks pretty good. I think it goes really well with the new, just the theme in general. You've got the new Mountain Fortress coming out. Goes well with the Lion Knight's Castle. Try to find the image. So it has been. I saw a photo of it. And it looks pretty good. Got to get the right one. Trying to find a good. Oh, here we go. The Viking village. No, not the Viking village. Medieval Town Square. That's the name of it. I forgot the name. Right. I'll save the image so I can show you guys. We can talk about it. Okay. Just upload it. You'll have to excuse me, guys. I'm very new to all this. Let me get it on the screen. You can tell I'm not a pro and that this is not my day job, but better than my first stream, which was literally just me pointing the camera at myself for the duration of the live stream. Where are we? Right, lock that. Camera on. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'll just put myself in front. There we go. Yeah, what do we think to this Lego set? I saw someone in the chat say, Danny Ryan says, fans of medieval and hero fantasy are really spoiled this year. Yeah, they really are. I mean, if you've got the money, there are some fantastic kind of medieval Lego sets coming out this year, or even have been released in the last year or so. Yeah, there's so much going on. I love the look of this set. I love the little kind of brick-built castle tower, like a little watchtower that's tacked onto the side of one of the village huts. It looks really cool. And I think someone did a mock actually showing what it would look side by side with the Lion's Knight Castle. Yeah, it looks really good. It just blends in so well with all the greenery, the green of the base plate. Looks really decent. What do you think? Do you reckon it's worth grabbing this one? Or would you grab the Lion's Knight Castle? Because to be honest, like I was saying, if I'm going to spend money on one big Lego set, I would think about grabbing that. I mean, having that massive castle, it does look pretty epic. What are we saying? Do you like the look of this one? Or do you think it would be better to just grab the Lion's Knight Castle? In fact, I didn't actually see how much this one is selling for. The medieval village. Just having a look now. Oh, okay. So So £200 in the UK, 230 Canadian. Oh no, sorry, 300 Canadian dollars. Oh man, you Canadians, that inflation price is nuts. $230 if you're in the US, 400 Australian dollars, and 230 if you're in Europe. Yeah, so £200 in the UK, 230 in the US. Yeah, what are we saying to that then? Do we think that's a fair price? So realistically, sorry, I just replied to a few comments. Oh, someone calling me. Got a few comments here. If you got the Lions Night Castle, you want to grab this one in 2024. Yeah, I mean, this one accompanies that set really well, doesn't it? Mark Thorne says, good looking set, lots of side build, which I like. John Bird says, this one is a nicer set, but it hangs on the price. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think $230 is a fair price for this? £200 in the UK? Probably. I think this probably does edge out the Snow White Cottage. Do you think? Mark Thorne says all Legos overpriced. Yeah, it certainly is at the moment. Yeah, especially with kind of stagnant wages and an increase in inflation and whatnot. But yeah, so if you guys had to pick out of this Lego set or the Snow White Lego set, what would you pick? Let me know right now in the comments. I'd love to know. Personally, I would lean towards the medieval village, the medieval town square. But the Snow White cottage is it's quite unique, isn't it? It's a cool build. Looks really pretty from the front. But this one, it feels a bit more substantial. I mean, just one of them builds alone is almost the size of the Snow White cottage, or at least it looks like that. Oh wow, you're all saying this one then. That's interesting. So I'm not going crazy then. Yeah. John Bird says this one. Danny Ryan this one. Brick Force, Medieval Town Square. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough decision. Although, like I said, I don't know. Are we overthinking it? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not that hard a decision. This one does look pretty good. The minifigures aren't as good. I don't think there's as many minifigures. Is there? How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 10 minifigures? Am I seeing that right? So same amount of minifigures by the looks of this, by the looks of the rendered photo. Yeah. So thing is, so this is £200. If I'm going off, just to make it easy, I'll go off UK prices. It's £200 in the UK, but then the Lions Night Castle is 340. But then if you get it on, say, a double VIP points with a gift with purchase, that would bring it down to roughly £300. So the Lions Night Castle is probably the better deal. Yeah. Yeah, tough one. But yeah, great looking Lego set. And if you've got the Lions Night Castle, like we said, it will go really well with that. I can't wait to see some of the big mocks and battles that people are going to make, because with the Mountain Fortress, that is, the Bricklink Lego set that's just been released, or at least it's up to be able to be purchased. I don't know if it's actually being shipped yet, but it's available to be purchased, and that Lego set looks really good, and it goes with the whole theme, to the point where even the person who created and came up with the idea for the Mountain Fortress kind of gave a bit of a backstory. He said that the soldiers in that castle were battling the Lions Night Castle. Yeah, I just thought that was quite a cool little touch. So yeah, it's quite a lot of cool stuff going on where that's concerned. Mark Thorne says, if Snow White Cottage had a back, it would be Snow White. Fulgaru Brick says Medieval Town Square. Yeah, like I said, probably is the Medieval Square. Going back to your comment, Mark, yeah, just not having a back doesn't sit very well with me, especially seeing as it's like £200. Yeah, not really too sure. Well, I guess we kind of discussed why, because it'd be hard to access the interior with the sloped roof. It'd be quite hard for them to do that, design it in a way to make it easy to be able to be played with. But yeah, paying a lot of money, you'd expect it to look good right the way around instead of just to the front. So that is a bit of a shame, I have to say. Yeah. Final thing I kind of wanted to touch on today was just going over Star Wars, really. What are we thinking to Star Wars for this year? So I'll get rid of all these little things. Make myself centre stage for once. There we go. Yeah, what are we thinking Lego Star Wars this year? I know some people have said it's a fantastic year and that we're back to the kind of golden age. I'm personally not that convinced just yet. We've had, don't get me wrong, there's been some good leaks. I mean, the Clone vs. Droid Battle Pack certainly was a really cool Lego set. I've grabbed a few already. Plan to grab a few more for the army building process. But everyone was going a bit crazy over the Tantive 4 hallway battle. And I'm not really too sure why. I think it had a few cool features, but so I saw someone put it side by side with the Dark Trooper Attack Lego set. And there wasn't much of a difference size-wise, apart from one was like $35 and the other one is $60. Yes, the Tantive 4 does come with better minifigures. I can't deny that. You've got the exclusive 5's 25th anniversary minifigure, which is really cool. Apart from the leg printing, which is very bad. But yeah, cool minifigure. You got the Darth Vader minifigure, 2 Stormtroopers, 2 Rebel Troopers, and then Captain Antilles, which is nice. But yeah, again, the price is just a bit crazy, to be honest. Like $60 for that, or was it $54, $55? Seems rather expensive, if I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to think of some of the other Lego sets that stand out to me coming out at the end, towards the middle and end of the year. You got the Jabba's sail barge, 4,000 pieces they reckon, and the price $650 is what it's rumoured to come out at. Not overly sure why you'd buy that, considering it apparently doesn't have an interior, which is shocking. And you've got the Venator, which is probably going to look 10 times better than the Jabba's sail barge. I mean, the Jabba's sail barge, let's be honest, it's not one of the better looking ships of Star Wars, is it? So weird choice for a UCS set. I'd rather they just release that as a play scale set with a ton of the minifigures from, Return of the Jedi, because that would go well then, because you've got the Jabba's skiff that's coming out later this year with Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett, Lando in his skiff outfit. And that would have been quite cool to have, the 2 Lego sets that you could kind of make this cool scene, with the Sarlacc pit. Sorry, I'll get back to the chat. Fulgari Brick says, I'll probably get all the sets with the 25th anniversary minifigures. Well, certainly if you're a Lego investor, you'll probably want to grab them sets. I don't just want to get into the habit of, because sometimes, I'm not saying this is you, by the way, but some people can be totally blindsided in the fact that, oh my goodness, there's one special anniversary minifigure that isn't even that great, and he's in a $100 Lego set about R2-D2, and I've just got to get it for that one minifigure. To me, I'm not going to be sold on one minifigure. If you want to grab the minifigure, get it on eBay. You'll be able to get it on eBay for, say, £25-30 and not have to pay the rest of the £70 for a dumb R2-D2 build, one which is inferior to the one that's still out, the buildable R2-D2. So yeah, I don't want to get into the trap of just buying a Lego set because it has a 25th anniversary minifigure in it. As cool as the idea is of collecting them all, you know, if you wanted to, you could just grab it second hand or, you know, off eBay, whatever. Yeah, out of all of them, I'd probably be. I know I've just been slagging it off, but I probably would grab the Tantive 4 just because it's. Is it the. I believe it's the cheapest of the 25th anniversary sets. And it comes with, from what I've seen so far, probably the best minifigure. If I could only pick one minifigure or one character out of the 25th anniversary figures, it would probably be Fives. Fives or Malak anyway, but probably Fives just about edges it. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to race to the Lego store to buy the Tantive 4, but if it has a good sale, which I'm sure it will, I'm sure, you know, basically every Lego Star Wars set goes on sale. If you wait 2 months after a set is released, you'll find it at some shop for 20% off. You know, so 20% off of 55 is 11, so you'd be getting $11 off, which isn't too bad. So just something to bear in mind. You don't always have to rush and grab it, because that sends Lego the wrong signals, doesn't it? If we're all paying full on retail price all the time for their stuff, it just means the price is just going to skyrocket for Lego in general. Listen, I'm sure Lego have learned some harsh lessons recently with some of the Marvel sets they've put out recently, what with like the Hoop Tee and things like that. Yeah, so just something to bear in mind, isn't it? Going back to the chat, Brickforce says lots of Star Wars sets coming out. I think I'm going to hold off on a lot of them except the Tantive 4 hallway and the R2D2. Yeah, so again, like let me know, Maria and Fulgari Brick. Are you just buying the R2D2 on the basis of the Malak minifigure? Or are you buying it because you like the look of the R2D2 figure? Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, the R2D2, it doesn't look too bad, and I think if you're getting it for like say $70 once it goes on sale, I think that's probably worth it, to be honest, even without a Malak minifigure. But yeah, people can just be a little bit blindsided blinded when it comes to buying a special 25th anniversary minifigure and spending top dollar for it. You know, they're making us pay a lot. Yeah. Mark Thorne says, is there any more news about the May gift with purchase? Oh my goodness, yeah, what a debacle that is. Yeah, what do you guys think to the May gift with purchase being the droid, the battle droid carrier? Shocking decision, absolutely shocking in my opinion. As if we thought last year was a downgrade with the Death Star 2 build. Although to be fair, it has grown on me, that build. But yeah, I think that's gonna make last year's May the 4th is gonna make this one look last year's gonna look very good in comparison, I think. Yeah, it's going downhill very quickly. Don't know what's going on. We started literally like 2 years ago. We had the Lars Family Homestead with the exclusive an Aunt Beru minifigure. Yeah, so really disappointing to hear that it's going to be a battle droid carrier. Something that we've had battle packs with the small battle droid carrier. So really not too sure why Lego have chosen that of all things to be the main gift with purchase. I mean, who knows? Maybe the leak is somewhat, like say 50% right, and maybe that's the mid-tier gift with purchase, which in that case wouldn't be too bad. But as Han Solo says, I've got a bad feeling about this, and I just think that's going to be, let's be honest, that's probably going to be the main gift with purchase, isn't it? Yeah, so really gutted about that. Again, I actually didn't go. I didn't go to the May the 4th. I didn't go to my store. Didn't buy anything online last year. Kind of out of protest, really. I just didn't think it was worth it. They were just kind of mugging us all off with the build, in my opinion. Yeah, Fugaru Brick says, I'm easy fan buyer of any Lego Star Wars sets, so except some exceptions like the giant Chewbacca. Shut up and take my money. Yeah, that Chewbacca brick built figure was that was something, wasn't it? My word. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but with the kind of economy we're in, just be careful, dude. I mean, you will wait a month or so, you will grab all these Lego sets on some kind of offer. Well, you can in the UK. I don't know exactly what it's like in America. When I went to Florida early last year, I went to the Targets and the Walmarts, and they didn't really have many deals. But I know it's different for each store. But from what I saw, there wasn't many great deals to be had. But yeah, in the UK, you get some really good deals here. Soon as you hit the 2 month period, you start to see some really good deals, 20% off and more. Even like the Cody helmet, that is on it's on Amazon, usually for like 35% off. That's like basically all the time. It's pretty crazy, really. Brickforce says R2D2 is one of my favourite characters. Got the bigger one a while ago and haven't built it yet, but I like this one because it's a smaller build. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You'll have to. I want to know how old you are, because you must have quite a lot of expendable money, Maria, to be buying all these Lego sets, or unless your mum or dad buys it for you. But yeah, no, that's cool. I personally, I didn't really rate the bigger R2D2. Just quite a lot of money for what you're getting, to be honest. If I had to pick, I probably would pick the smaller one, maybe, because it comes with the Malak minifigure and less money. But then again, I'm not a massive fan of R2D2, so I'm not an expert on the subject, probably like you are. But yeah, that's cool. Fugaru Brick says, I always wait for discounts and never buy day one. By the way, I'm in France and sadly we don't have discounts like in the UK. Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's fair enough, isn't it? Yeah, don't always have to run to the store and grab sets the minute they come out. Just wait. But yeah, I know France has it quite rough, actually. I've got family who live in France, and yeah, they don't get many good deals out there, I have to say. So that is a shame. So I feel sorry for you guys. I mean, the UK has gone downhill considerably in the last few years, but the one thing that's remained consistent is being able to get cheap Lego deals, or good Lego deals. So, yeah, that's good. So the best Lego set of 2024, best Lego Star Wars set, what are we saying? Tantive for hallway so far? Or the Droid v Clone... the Clone v Droid Battle Pack. What do we think out of the two? Yeah, interesting. I personally would probably go with the Clone v Droid Battle Pack, just in terms of value for money, playability, minifigures, whatnot. Yeah, it was a good set, actually. Really enjoyed it. I didn't like the clone builds, but the droid builds were really good. The Octopura droid and the little stap that came with the set, really nice. I love the builds for them. Very good. And I'll tell you what, last thing we'll talk about before we end the live stream is what is the best Lego Star Wars minifigure of this year? What do you think that is? Do we think it's the Malak minifigure? Nothing really stands out to me in terms of minifigures. Last year we had some absolute banging Star Wars minifigures, didn't we? We had the brand new Boba Fett minifigure, the Bo-Katan minifigure. Yeah, Fulgaru Brick mentions the Dark Millennium Falcon. You're probably going to get some good minifigures in that. The white Darth Vader in particular sounds really interesting, so I'd be very interested to see what that looks like. Yeah, interesting, very interesting. Maria says Tantive 4 hallway. Okay, yeah, so is that what we're saying? Mark also says Tantive 4. Fulgari Brick says I'm waiting to see the Dark Millennium Falcon until I tell you my final answer. Yeah, that Lego set just sounds nuts, doesn't it? The Dark Millennium Falcon. Yeah, like you, I'm excited to see what that Lego set looks like, just out of curiosity, because it just sounds so wacky. Having like a blue Gungan minifigure and a white Darth Vader and a dark grey minifigure. I think they also said a scary Chewbacca minifigure in the set. So yeah, sounds nuts to be honest, but yeah, very interested to see what that sounds like or looks like, should I say? Did anyone go out and buy the Dune Lego set, the Dune Ornithopter? I'll tell you what, I'll put that on my screen before I go. Let me just I will get rid of my ugly mug for 1 second, and I'll put the Dune set on here. Lego Dune. I personally really like the look of the set. Damn, you can already grab it for £120 in the UK. That's what I mean. Like, get some really good deals in the UK. Sorry, the image is coming. I did say I'm not very good at this. I need a lot more practice, I have to say. I'll admit, I was running a bit late for this live stream. Like I said, I kind of fell asleep post-gym, which does occasionally happen. Right, OBS, where are you? There we go. Sorry guys, the image is coming any second now. Okay, now it's deciding not to upload. I'd find a different image. Oh dear. Oh, here we are. It did save it in the end. Okay, here we go. So what are we saying to this Lego set? Anyone grabbing it? Has anyone already grabbed it? I like the look of it. I think it's a pretty cool set. The minifigures for this set are fantastic. Absolutely top notch. I mean, the Baron, is it Baron Harkonnen? Looks so good. That cloth waistcoat piece or skirt or whatever it is, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And then you get Lego saying, coming out of rubbish excuses of why we can't have cloned waistcoats. Something to do with not being easy or something like that. Some rubbish excuse. And yeah, we can have this, which looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, great minifigures. Is anyone going to see the movie? I need to book my tickets actually, because the tickets are on sale now for June 2. For anyone who's interested, the movie has got fantastic reviews. Christopher Nolan even says it's one of the best he's seen in the last few years. So the highest of high praise there. But yeah, this probably will be a Lego set I do go out and get. But like some of you are saying in the chat, I probably will wait for a discount. I'll probably look to grab it at hopefully about £100. I do reckon you'll be able to grab this for £100. But to be honest, it was a little bit disappointing because actually this has apparently got a really long lifespan. It's scheduled to retire in 2027. So yeah, it's going to be on shelves for some time. So don't worry about having to rush and grab it. This certainly isn't going to be a limited release. It's going to be out for some time, 3-4 years at least. So what we're saying in the chat, Fugaru Brick says, I'm more interested by the movie other than the Lego set. To be honest, the set looks great. I don't know why it doesn't grab my attention. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was the issue actually. One of the guys I follow, but it might have been Max Bout himself actually, who said there is actually a bit of an issue with the wing. One side of the wings actually they kind of droop a little bit, they drop, whereas the other side are straight. So when you're looking at it front on with the wings extended, it looks a bit weird. I'm not too sure if that is a problem with the manufacturing of the set. But yeah, I don't have a massive problem with it. I do kind of get what you're saying in terms of the build looks a little bit lacklusterish. It's nothing special, but I think to me what sells it, I'm probably being a bit silly really, but because I'm a big fan of the Dune movie, Lego won't release another Dune set. It's just too niche. So I do want to grab this on that basis, just to say you've got a Dune Lego set, because in a few years it'll be gone, and we'll never have another Dune set ever again. Sometimes actually, I mean, you don't even have to open the box. I've got a few boxes upstairs that I just keep sealed because they look so good. It looks so good, like the box art, and I think this is one of the cases. I think the box looks really good. I love the writing of the Atreides Royal Ornithopter. I think it looks really neat. Yeah, so a few of you guys are actually saying you're going to give this one a miss. I do kind of get that. There are a lot of other good Lego sets coming out this year. Yeah, like I said, next week, because I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing. Next week, we'll try and get a poll going for some of the best Lego sets already out this year and some of the best that are due to come out this year. Yeah, that'll be quite cool. But anyway, guys, where are we? Having problems with my camera. I'll just put myself higher up on the list. See, I'm streaming from OBS now, and it's... Oh, I don't know. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Where is the... Is that it? No. I'm not too sure what's going on here, guys. I seem to have lost... Oh, there we are. I'm looking at Mac OS. Yeah, sorry. This has not been a very professional stream, has it? Last week's is better. I need to be more on the ball. I will be more on the ball next week, I promise, guys. I've got so many tabs up. It's hard to... yeah, I'm getting used to the OBS streaming format. So you'll have to forgive me. But anyway, guys, listen. I've had great fun this stream. It's been nice to see a few new faces in the chat. Maria, good to see you. Nice to finally meet you. Or at least see you in the chat. Yeah, and we've got a few regulars here now. John, Mark, Fugaro Brick. So yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. It's been really awesome chatting to you all. And I'll see you next week. I'll have a look at my schedule in terms of work. And yeah, it'll either be on a Friday or a Saturday, possibly a Sunday. And it'll always be around the kind of evening-ish time, because that way I can catch some of my US viewers as well. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining the stream, and have a good weekend. Enjoy it. Yeah, don't get drunk.